Hey football fans, welcome to Neurofootball. Cristiano Ronaldo continues to embarrass himself in his latest interview, and even Zlatan Ibrahimović couldn't stay silent. The Swedish legend suggested Ronaldo should see a psychiatrist. Bayern Munich stumbled unexpectedly. Lionel Messi is making a sensational move to Chelsea, but only for 4 months. Arsenal couldn't beat Sunderland, and Manchester United seems to be finally finding its rhythm. All that and more in Neurofootball. Make sure to hit that royal like button because we're working non-stop, even on weekends. And I wish you a great meal and an exciting watch. It's been 4 years since we last saw Zinedine Zidane in a coaching role. He's still waiting for the opportunity to take over the French national team, which should open up after the 2026 World Cup. Didier Deschamps, who has held the position for 13 years, is expected to step down. Of course, this is assuming the French football leadership doesn't change its mind and sign Deschamps to a lifetime contract just to spite Zidane. But Zidane has another potential destination that he once promised to return to: Juventus. His former club, where he became a world-class midfielder, is now struggling. Under Igor Tudor, the Bianconeri went 8 matches without a victory, sinking to mid-table. After Tudor was dismissed, the situation stabilized slightly. Whether this is a temporary effect or a sign of Luciano Spalletti's tactical genius, we'll find out in a couple of months. But globally, the Italian champion we knew is gone. Juventus is now just a solid team fighting for a Champions League spot, competing with Bologna and Como. Zidane's move could change their fortunes. The Frenchman himself believes that one day Juventus will return to the top of European football, as he told La Gazzetta dello Sport. But right now, it's unlikely he's interested. Maybe someday, but not now, he said. Juventus simply doesn't have the right squad at the moment. Judging the squad is tricky. Zidane coached only one team at Real Madrid, where the core hardly ever changed. Juventus doesn't have players of the same caliber as that Real side during its 3 Champions League wins. Zidane isn't a tactical genius capable of extracting the maximum from any roster, unlike Oliver Glasner or Cesc Fabregas. But sooner or later, we should see Zidane leading the Turin club, if only because he feels a strong personal connection to the club that gave him his ticket to elite European football. Cristiano Ronaldo recently caused a media storm during an interview with his old friend and favorite journalist, Piers Morgan. His statements immediately spread across football media, from respected analytical portals to tabloid newspapers. One of the most discussed claims was that winning the World Cup was never his dream. How can 7 matches define a footballer's career? Back 5 years ago, Ronaldo openly stated that winning the World Cup was a lifelong goal. Make your own conclusions. But he didn't stop there. He also made controversial remarks about the Saudi League, claiming that players from there should already be considered real contenders for the Ballon d'Or. He even suggested counting goals scored in Saudi Arabia toward the European Golden Shoe. Zlatan Ibrahimović could not hold back, calling the idea insane and suggesting Ronaldo needed a psychiatrist. Ronaldo, unusually, stayed silent. No public reply, no sarcastic comeback. Perhaps it was the smartest decision in a series of loud, often questionable statements. Dusan Vlahović's future remains uncertain. His contract expires next summer, which could mean Juventus loses a costly asset. The club initially paid €80 million and matched it in wages. Juventus wants to extend, especially after his form improved. But financial demands are high. Vlahović refuses to lower his €20 million salary. A sale during the winter window could become reality. Barcelona is the main candidate to sign him, needing a replacement for Robert Lewandowski. Vlahović is also interested in Spain, but his wages remain an obstacle. Juventus and Barcelona know how to maneuver transfers creatively, so a deal could still happen if all parties agree. Bayern Munich unexpectedly drew against Union Berlin. This was a shock, as the team under Vincent Kompany had won 9 straight Bundesliga matches and remained undefeated in the Champions League. Union Berlin reminded everyone why they consistently sit in the upper half of the table. Union's players applied early pressure, scoring first through Danila Dewey. Bayern quickly equalized with Luis Diaz, but Union struck again, nearly defeating the Bavarians. Only a last-minute header from Harry Kane saved Bayern from losing points. Union Berlin showed moral victory, while Bayern learned that even the best machines can stumble. Lionel Messi's move to Chelsea is the talk of the football world. A sensational transfer, even if it's only for 4 months. Previously, Messi had changed the face of MLS with Inter Miami, increasing the league's popularity globally. Children now dream of football careers thanks to Messi's influence. Despite his legendary status at Barcelona, Messi is open to new challenges. According to D-Sports, Inter Miami received 3 loan offers for Messi from Benfica, Galatasaray, and now Chelsea. While his technical impact may be limited, his presence generates hype, boosts the club's brand, and provides unmatched visibility. Sunderland surprised everyone by taking points from Arsenal. Despite Arsenal's strong squad and a high tempo of play, Sunderland capitalized on mistakes and held firm until the end. Declan Rice's positioning errors and Mikel Merino's defensive lapses gave Sunderland opportunities, and they scored a decisive goal. Arsenal's midfield, with Rice, Martin Odegaard, and others, remains a powerhouse. Rice has evolved from a purely defensive player to one capable of building attacks and creating dangerous set pieces. Yet even such a strong team can falter against a relentless opponent like Sunderland. Chelsea failed to renew Antonio Rudiger's contract due to club ownership changes and internal chaos. The German center-back chose Real Madrid, winning the Champions League and La Liga. But under Xabi Alonso, Real doubts whether the 32-year-old can maintain the high level. Negotiations for Rudiger's renewal are frozen, while Chelsea and Saudi clubs show interest. However, the German's physical condition and age raise questions. A return to Chelsea might be emotionally satisfying for fans, but not necessarily the best sporting decision. The Italian Serie A recently witnessed an unusual event. 3 consecutive matches ended 0-0. Como versus Cagliari, Lecce versus Verona, and Juventus versus Torino. Even high-profile games lacked goals. Such results raise the question, has modern football become too tactical? Officials are considering reforms, including the Wenger rule, tested in youth competitions, aiming to ease the offside rule and increase scoring chances. Manchester United seems to have found their rhythm under Ruben Amorim. Coming into the match against Tottenham, the Red Devils had 3 wins and a draw in the last 4 games. The team's form has improved significantly, with key players stepping up. Brian Demo, the best player in October, opened the scoring on an unfamiliar left-wing position. Bruno Fernandes delivered a perfect corner, leading to Matthijs de Ligt's header. United still struggles in second halves, highlighting areas for improvement. That's it for today's top football news on Neurofootball. From Ronaldo's controversial statements, Vlahovic's uncertain future, Bayern's stumble, Messi's transfer, Arsenal and Manchester United updates, to Italian Serie A curiosities, we covered it all. Stay tuned, like and subscribe for more.